Good morning, everyone. Let me begin with a simple question. What would you do if your legs could no longer carry you? Would you still walk to the garden, play with your grandkids, climb a staircase without pain, or enjoy a simple stroll with your partner? For millions of people over the age of 60, the gradual weakening of their leg muscles doesn't happen overnight, but over time, it steals these small joys. And most people don't even realize it's happening until it's already begun to affect their independence. We often talk about heart health, brain health, and bone health, but there's something just as important that doesn't get nearly enough attention: muscle health, and specifically the muscles in your legs, the very ones that keep you moving, balanced, and living life on your own terms. Here's the reality. After age 60, we start losing muscle mass at a much faster rate, a condition known as sarcopenia. If we don't take specific steps to fight it, we can lose as much as 15% of our muscle mass every decade. The result? Weak legs, poor balance, higher fall risk, longer recovery times, and ultimately, a loss of independence. Now, you might be thinking, but I walk every day, or I eat pretty healthy. That's a great start. But when it comes to preventing muscle loss, especially in your legs, what you eat first thing in the morning can make all the difference. So today's talk is titled, Over 60? Eat this first, or your leg muscles will keep wasting away. It may sound dramatic, but it's backed by real science, real data, and real results. By the end of this talk, you'll have the knowledge, and more importantly, the simple daily habit to help keep your muscles strong, your legs moving, and your life in motion. Let's dive into 5 key points that could change how you age, starting tomorrow morning. One of the most important things you can do to protect your muscles after age 60 is prioritize protein and eat it first, especially at breakfast. Why? Because as we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at using dietary protein to repair and rebuild muscle. This is known as anabolic resistance, and it means that the older we get, the more protein we actually need, not less. Unfortunately, many older adults do the exact opposite, eating less protein as the years go on, often starting their day with little more than toast, fruit, or a cup of coffee. These foods may be quick and familiar, but they offer very little in the way of amino acids, the essential building blocks your body needs to maintain muscle mass. Your body goes through a natural overnight fast while you sleep. When you wake up, your muscles are in a state where they're essentially breaking down to supply energy. The first meal you eat signals to your body whether it should continue breaking down tissue or begin rebuilding and repairing. If that first meal is rich in high-quality protein, your body switches into muscle-building mode. But if your breakfast lacks protein, your muscles continue to weaken day after day. So what's the solution? Start your day with at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein. This amount has been shown in multiple studies to trigger muscle protein synthesis in older adults, which is the technical term for the process of building new muscle. Here are some simple ways to get that. 2 to 3 eggs with a slice of whole grain toast and avocado. A smoothie made with 1 scoop of whey protein, Greek yogurt, frozen berries, and spinach. A bowl of oatmeal topped with almond butter, chia seeds, and a side of cottage cheese. Plain Greek yogurt with walnuts and a drizzle of honey. Tofu scrabble with vegetables and a small sweet potato on the side. The key is not just eating protein during the day, but front-loading it, making sure you get enough right away in the morning. This fuels your muscles early, stabilizes blood sugar, improves energy, and reduces muscle breakdown. Not only that, starting your day with a protein-rich meal can help curb unhealthy cravings later in the day, keep you feeling full longer, and even support weight management, all of which contribute to stronger muscles and better mobility. In short, breakfast is more than just the first meal of the day. It's a powerful opportunity to protect your muscles, especially your legs, from wasting away with age. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for that muffin or cup of coffee, ask yourself, did I give my muscles what they need to stay strong today? If the answer is no, change it. Your strength, your balance, and your independence depend on it. Once you understand the importance of protein as you age, the next step is learning what kind of protein makes the biggest impact, and that's where leucine comes in. Leucine is an essential amino acid, which means your body can't produce it on its own. It has to come from your diet. But leucine isn't just any amino acid. It plays a critical and unique role in building and preserving muscle mass, especially in older adults. Think of leucine as the on switch for muscle building. Even if you eat enough total protein, without sufficient leucine, your body might not effectively activate the process known as muscle protein synthesis, the rebuilding of muscle tissue after natural wear and tear or after exercise. As we get older, our bodies become less sensitive to the signals that tell muscles to grow, and that's why leucine is so important. It sends a strong, clear signal to your muscles that it's time to rebuild. Research shows that older adults need more leucine per meal than younger people to trigger muscle repair. That's because our bodies don't respond as strongly to smaller amounts of protein. We need a higher concentration of leucine to wake up our muscles. So, where can you get leucine? Here are some of the top leucine-rich foods you should consider including in your first meal of the day. Whey protein. This is one of the richest natural sources of leucine. Just one scoop contains up to 2.5 grams, the amount research suggests is optimal per meal for older adults. Eggs, a great source of both protein and leucine. 2 large eggs offer about 1 gram of leucine. Chicken breast and turkey, lean, high-protein meats that are also high in leucine. Fish, such as tuna or salmon, also provide a solid dose of leucine and heart-healthy omega-3s. Low-fat dairy like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and milk, all excellent sources. Soybeans and other legumes, while not as leucine-dense as animal sources, they still contribute and are great for plant-based diets. If you're struggling to get enough from whole foods alone, especially first thing in the morning, adding a whey protein shake can be a fast and convenient way to get both your protein and leucine in one go. It's also important to space your leucine-rich meals throughout the day, not just at dinner, which is when most people eat the majority of their protein. For optimal muscle maintenance, each meal should contain about 2.5 grams of leucine and 25 to 30 grams of total protein. In short, leucine is your muscle's best friend, especially after 60. Don't let your day begin without it. Skipping leucine-rich foods in the morning is like trying to start your car without turning the key. The engine just won't run. So remember, eat smart, build strong, and let leucine lead the way. We've talked about eating the right kinds of protein, especially those rich in leucine, to maintain muscle as you age. But there's another essential part of the equation: movement. Specifically, resistance exercise. Think of it this way. Protein is the building block, but exercise is the blueprint. You can eat all the protein in the world, but without giving your body a reason to use it, a signal that says, we need these muscles, your body won't prioritize rebuilding or preserving them. That's where resistance training comes in. As we age, we experience a condition called sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and function. This process can begin as early as our 40s, but accelerates in our 60s and beyond. The legs are often hit first and hardest because they're responsible for everyday movements like standing up, walking, climbing stairs, and keeping balance. That's why older adults often notice they feel slower, more tired, or unsteady on their feet. But the good news is, resistance training is one of the most effective ways to slow down and even reverse muscle loss. What is resistance training? It's any kind of exercise that makes your muscles work against a force. This can include body weight exercises like squats, lunges, or wall sits, resistance bands, which are excellent for low-impact workouts at home, free weights like dumbbells or kettlebells, machines at a gym, even functional movements like standing up from a chair repeatedly. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. Even just 2 to 3 sessions per week of moderate resistance training can help maintain muscle strength, improve balance, reduce the risk of falls, and increase overall quality of life.
In fact, studies show that older adults who engage in resistance training not only maintain more muscle, but also preserve independence longer. They're more likely to keep walking, dressing, cooking, and moving without needing help.
And here's something many people overlook. Resistance exercise also helps improve how your body uses the protein you eat. When you combine protein-rich meals with strength training, it creates a powerful synergy that encourages your body to build and repair muscle much more efficiently. If you're new to exercise or haven't worked out in a while, start slowly. Begin with chair squats, standing and sitting with control. Use light resistance bands to work your arms or legs. Try step-ups using a low, stable platform. Incorporate balance exercises like standing on one foot. And always consult with your doctor or a physical therapist if you have mobility issues or chronic conditions. In summary, protein tells your body what to build, but resistance training tells it where and why. Without exercise, unused muscle gets wasted. With it, your body becomes stronger, more stable, and more resilient, no matter your age. So don't just feed your muscles, challenge them. Move them, use them. Because the more you move, the longer you stay independent. When it comes to preserving your leg muscles and overall strength as you age, time is not on your side, unless you take action. The process of muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, doesn't wait until you feel weak or unsteady. It begins quietly, often in your 40s or 50s, and accelerates after the age of 60. In fact, research shows that older adults lose between 3 and 8% of their muscle mass per decade after 30, and the rate of decline doubles after 60. For many people, this means that by the time they're in their 70s or 80s, they've lost 20 to 40% of their muscle strength, especially in the lower body. Why does this matter?
Because losing muscle isn't just about feeling a little weaker. It's about losing the foundation of your independence. Weak leg muscles are directly linked to difficulty getting up from a chair or bed, slower walking speed, poor balance, higher risk of falls and fractures, longer recovery times after illness or injury, reduced ability to live independently. And here's the hard truth. The longer you wait to address it, the harder it becomes to reverse. Muscle loss becomes a vicious cycle. Less strength means less activity, which leads to even more muscle loss. This can spiral into frailty, dependence on others, and a major decline in quality of life. But now for the good news. It's never too late to start. Studies show that even adults in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can rebuild muscle, improve balance, and regain strength when they combine proper nutrition, especially adequate protein and leucine, with resistance-based exercise. Your body is capable of amazing adaptation, but only if you give it a reason to change. That reason starts with one decision: to act now. Start small, but start today. Tomorrow morning, instead of skipping breakfast or reaching for something sugary, make a high-protein meal your new morning ritual. Add a short 10-minute walk or a few rounds of chair squats. Replace empty calories with whole, muscle-supportive foods. Set a reminder to drink water. Join a fitness group. Talk to a doctor or a nutritionist. Whatever you do, don't put it off. Because here's what no one tells you. Muscle doesn't care how old you are. It responds to effort. The moment you begin feeding your body better and moving with intention, you give your muscles the signal they've been waiting for. And in return, they will serve you with better strength, balance, mobility, and energy. So if you've been waiting for the perfect time to begin taking your muscle health seriously, this is it. Don't let another year or even another week pass by while your strength quietly slips away. You are not too old. You are not too late. But you do need to start now. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've just covered. If you're over 60, you are at a crucial crossroads when it comes to your health and independence. Your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, are the very foundation of your mobility, your balance, your energy, and ultimately your freedom. Every step you take, every time you get out of a chair, every walk you enjoy with your family, all of it depends on the strength and function of your muscles. But age does something most of us don't feel until it's already progressed. It steals muscle silently. And the real danger is not just weakness, it's what comes next. Falls, hospitalizations, loss of mobility, losing the ability to do the things you love. That's the harsh reality of muscle loss in aging. But as we've learned today, that future is not set in stone. You have a powerful tool to fight back: your fork. What you eat, and more importantly, what you eat first each day, can literally turn the tide. By starting your morning with high-quality protein, by focusing on leucine-rich foods, and by cutting out the silent muscle killers, and by pairing your nutrition with resistance movement, you can send your body a clear and powerful signal: I'm not done yet. Even more encouraging, research confirms what many still don't realize. Muscle is a living, adaptable tissue. It doesn't stop responding just because you're older. It may take more effort, and it may take more consistency, but you absolutely can rebuild and maintain strong, healthy muscles at any age, especially when you make smart choices daily. The key is to start simple. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, ask yourself, what am I feeding my muscles today? Make that choice count. Choose the eggs over the toast, the Greek yogurt over the muffin, the protein smoothie over the sugary cereal. Add a few squats while you brush your teeth. Take a short walk after breakfast. Sip water throughout your day. These little things may seem small, but they compound over time into stronger legs, better balance, more energy, and longer independence. If there's one message I want you to walk away with today, it's this: you are not powerless against aging. You are not destined to grow weak. You are not too late to start making changes. You have more control over your body and your future than you've been led to believe. So start now. Fuel your body. Feed your strength. And every morning, take that first bite like your freedom depends on it. Because it does. Thank you for listening. And more importantly, thank you for choosing to take care of your future, one strong step at a time.